Hello, fellow Sudokans, and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku Puzzle. It's Saturday the 4th of February still, although it is evening here already in Bangkok, but I hope you are enjoying your weekend, doing whatever weekend things you like to do. I think one of the most difficult ethical or moral problems we are faced with is, as science and technology advances, whether or not to intervene in life. What I mean is, there's an article in The Guardian about a doctor who implanted gene-edited embryos, 3 of them in fact to be precise, in 2018. And of course, when this information came out, he had to resign, and there was a big scandal and stuff like that. And of course, definitely had to resign, and it was done without consent, I believe. But a tricky topic because, where do we draw the line? Can we help people's lives? I mean, supposing somebody's going to be severely disabled when they are born, but we have the technology to be able to switch on or off a gene, let's say in the simplest terms. Should we do such a thing? Difficult to really know. I certainly wouldn't have the answer, and I would hate to answer one way or another ethically. I think a really difficult topic to consider, because how far would you go? And then what do you consider? We end up with this thing like tabloid journalists might want to call designer babies, which would be horrific, of course. But just what? When is enough? When is it possible, or should we even do anything at all? Interesting topic to consider. Right, shall we get on with today's Guardian? No, not Guardian. Los Angeles Times expert level puzzle. That's what I meant to say. I did see a couple of things. I'll just jump in and do them before I head off on a quick tour. But let's see. I saw 9s in those squares. What was the other thing I saw? Oh yeah, 7 blocking this square and 7 blocking these squares. So that's a 7 in that space there. Actually, let's carry on with the 7s, because we can also get ourselves a 7 in that square as well. Right, let's see what's going on. Okay, so as in New York Times style type thing, we do have 6 and 3 blocking down here and 6 and 3 blocking across there. So we get ourselves a pair of 6 and 3 here. Is it going to be useful to us? I have no idea. Maybe not, but it is a pair anyway. Let's see, 6 and 3. So let's see what else. Okay, we've got 4 coming down here, so that means we're going to have 4s in those squares. Does that mean anything? Does it mean anything much? Well, okay, 4s are going to be there. So 4s will be there, and then over here, I'm not sure. Let's get back and have another look before I forget what goes where. 6 and 3 are there. So what else is missing up here? So we've got 4s. How about 1s? What do we know about 1s? Well, 1s will be somewhere in the middle there. Fives. No. So how about the 8s then? Not a lot, I think. Okay, so I found out something. It might be useful later. Let's be on our merry way. Didn't I just say ones have to be in those squares? I did. So actually, when we've got 1 blocking down here and across here, and that can't be 1, so that means that that has to be digital 1, doesn't it? Right, we have 3 across here and up here, so let's place our 3 there. It's going to give us 3s down here. It's also going to put 3s in those squares. We've got 3 across here and 3 up here, so that means 3 blocking up and across these 2 rows. So that has to be a 3. Fours will be in those squares. I think I already said this, didn't I? I said 4s are there, so yeah. Don't think, no, okay, nothing changed there. Right. Now this 6 across here might be good news. I'm not sure, but it means that 6s will be in there. Does that mean anything? Let's bring it down. 6 down here. 6 blocking up here and 6 across here, so 6s are in those squares. So yes, that has to be a 6 then. What's missing from this row across here? Isn't it 1, 2, 3? I think it is 1, 2, 3, isn't it? Okay, and we've got 1 and 3 here, so we got ourselves a 2 there. Oh, the 2 blocking up there is going to put 2 in those squares, so 2 across and 2 across there. That's a 2. That was 2s I found there. I was going to say I saw something else here before. It was in fact a 2 anyway. Oh well. I forgot my. So this is a pair of 1 and 3, right? Right, the 6 going across there puts 6 into one of those squares, blocking down here, and across there, so we can get ourselves a 6 in that square. wonder if I should come back and look at this, whatever it was that I found in these squares. Was it 6 and 3? It was, wasn't it? Has anything changed yet? 6 and 3. Oh, yes. Of course it has. We've got the 6 there now, so that's the 6 and that's the 3. Good idea to revisit stuff you looked at before, right? 3 blocks up here, 3 across there. That will be 3. And then, of course, I knew that we had 1 and 3 in those squares, so that would be our 1. This would be our 3 then. Yeah, I sometimes forget to go back and look at what I discovered previously. 3 goes there. Okay, 3 is done. Can we get any more on the 1s? I wonder. I don't know, but it doesn't matter. We've got a 2 blocking up there, so that'll place a 2 in that square. 2 across here and 2 down there, so that will be a 2. 2 down here and down here, so that gives us 2 in that square. 2 across and down gives us 2 there. 2 up and up puts 2 into that square. 2 and 3 are done, at least. What are the missing numbers here? I think they are 8 and 9. Am I right? So what do we know? It means we know 9s will be up there somewhere. We still could have 9s there, so I guess that's correct. Yeah, anywhere across there. Yeah, I think that's correct. Okay, how about if it's 8 in those squares? What do we know then? We don't know much. Oh, yes, we do. We've got a blocking 8 here. So that's the 8 and that's the 9. We knew more than I realized. Okay, so missing from these 2 squares, I think 4, 5. Do we know? I'm not sure that we do. Okay, so I have discovered something. We have 1 and 8 blocking this square here, right? Now 8 blocks up here and across here, so 8s will be across there. So 8s are in that square there. 1 blocks up here, putting the 1 into those squares, blocking across here and across here. So this is actually a pair of 1 and 8. Now that we know that that's 1 and 8 in these squares, we know we are looking for 5 and 6, and that doesn't help. Oh well. How annoying. That's annoying. There we go. Silly me. 7 blocking that square there. So we can place a 7 there, can't we? And then let 7s across and up. So 7 goes there. We're still looking for 7 somewhere. Oh, down here. There's our 7. 7 across, and then down these 2 columns. We'll put 7 into that square. Missing numbers here, I think, are 4 and 8. So if that's true, 8 blocks up there and 8 blocks across there. So we can say that that is our 8. And if it's 4 blocking up there, that's going to put the 4 into that square there. And then 1 blocks across here. Here's the 1. And the last number to place here is a 5. 5 blocks across here and up here. So 5 is in one of those 2 squares. That can't be 5. That has to be 5. And the last number to place here is a 9. Okay. There's an empty square here. I think we fill it with a 4. 4 blocks across here. That gives me a 4 here. The last number to place across this row is a 5. And 1 blocks down here, so that gives me a 1 there, and the missing number here I think is a 6. What else do we need? Four. There it is, 5 blocking there. There's the 5, and the missing digit here is, I think it's a 9. And so down here we are still looking for a number, and that number will be an 8, I think. 8 blocks across here, so here's our 8. 8 blocks back that way, here's our 8, here's our 4. This can't be 4, but we needed 4 in one of these 2 squares, so that will be our 4. And the other number here is a 5. Last number to place here looks to be a 9. We also have a 9 blocking up there. That puts a 9 into that square. The last number to get here is a 6. 6 across, 6 up here. There's our 6. And the last number to place here is a 4. 4's all the way down here. Puts a 4 there. 5 blocks down here. Here's a 5. There is a 1. 1 up and up here. So there's the 1. What are we looking for? Okay, we've got 5 blocking there, so there's the 5, and an 8 will finish a much easier Los Angeles times expert level game this evening. That's it. Carry on with your weekend, whatever you're doing, having fun, I do hope. Bye bye.